Does 034 have additional downpipe options for B9? Thoughts on competitor downpipe claiming no check engine light and emissions compliance? I'm skeptical of anything that says no check engine light or that's emission compliant. I mean,
those are two very different things.
Yeah, well, let's just talk about emissions compliance. Anyone who's claiming emissions compliance for an aftermarket cat in our industry is full of shit. I mean, they do not have emissions compliance.
To be emissions compliant, you need to go through the cardio process.
Which I'm only aware of one company that's done that, and it's not all 50 state legal. I think it's like 48 state.
Yeah, I think, Magnaflow was doing some.
But
their OE replacement.
Gessy's done something.
Has done some EPA stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Which makes it 48 state, but it's not legal in California or New York. So it's not emissions compliant. What that might mean is it would pass a factory emissions test. Like, if you went to a smog station, it would pass. I don't even know if that's true, so I'm not sure. When they're
the ECUs aren't flawless at detecting, the condition of the cat. They have a window.
Right.
Some catalysts will get away with it. Some catalyst makers do little tricks where they change the density and the surrounding environment of the O2 sensors. There's some other tricks there that some have done. That doesn't mean they're compliant. Unless they come with paperwork and serial numbered and all that stuff. Then
emissions compliance means that they went through a testing and application process for compliance, and some environmental agency like CARB or EPA gave them a certificate saying yes, this passes. They have not done that. There's no.
I don't know if any that are on the market.
No. So that might just mean that you could squeak through an OBD emissions test because you don't have a check engine light. No. Any good racing cat or high flow catalytic converter that actually improves the flow of exhaust is going to be by nature not emissions legal. It's going to let through more pollution in order to create the extra flow. So there's just no magical combination.
Yeah, I mean, you can get close with some exotic doping on the materials, but it
helps a little bit, but it's not going to make a racing cat smog emissions.
Someone said that their Gessy cat still floats to CDL.
And that's some vehicles are super touchy with it. You're not. It's not just about the overall output. It's that you've got the oxygen loading. They try and measure that across the cat, how quickly the transient response is. That can change. Whether it cleans it up as much as a stock cat on a loaded pole versus really light load stuff can all be very different. So
we've developed high flow cats in the past that didn't trip a check engine light on any of our cars, but once we started selling it, a few customers started having a problem with it or whatever. So
I think we've never advertised anything that's ever passed.
So I would just say buyer beware. I don't. We've looked into this kind of stuff, and there's no easy answer. So we don't offer that.
Yeah, and even because talking with the agencies, you kind of get laughed out of the room if you ask how to do it. It's so hard to.
Well, a catalytic converter is the one area that nobody can touch.
Yeah.
So, and it's why you have to go to Audi or Volkswagen and buy a cat, and it has numbers stamped on it, serial numbers and stuff. It's a very, very tightly regulated, closely regulated part of the emission system. So if you're gonna do that, high flow cat, you're just gonna have to commit to racing use only and go that route.